Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. Hey, does anybody remember the governor in California when he was the governor before he became the governor again? Yeah, Governor Jerry Brown, he had two terms, what, 20 years ago? And you guess what, he's back in the saddle again. Actually, he's been in the saddle for a couple of years. What I didn't know is that he seems to prefer certain kinds of individuals being let free. Now this has got to really piss off a lot of judges and a lot of juries and a lot of victims' families. And what I read on a particular article that was published on Western Center for Journalism is that I guess, last year he's let out 1,700 convicted murderers, rapists, arsonists. These are all lifers. These are people that were sent to prison by a jury and a judge for the heinous crimes that they committed, and they were sent to prison for life. Now, what do you think happens to a guy or a gal that's been in a federal or in a correctional facility for 10, 15, 20 years? Expecting to be there for life. Well, typically what happens is they get really, really, really angry at the system. Oh yeah. They don't necessarily believe that what they did should have them forfeit the rest of their life. And you know who agrees with that? Is the governor. This is completely crazy that you have a jury that convicts someone, a judge sentences someone, and a jack-off governor can overrule the decision of the people. Do you not think there's something wrong with this picture? Now, what do you think happens to these guys and gals once they've spent, again, 10, 15, 20, 30 years in a correctional institution? You think they want to come out and just join society? I'm inclined to think not. What did they learn at the prison universities? Well, they learned how to commit more crimes. What will be interesting to find out is how many of these murderers that were released committed similar kinds of crimes or any other kind of major crime. And if that happened, which I gotta believe it has happened, don't you think the governor should be held responsible? Because if it wasn't for the governor overruling what the courts and a jury decided, the victim that was accosted, killed, raped, slashed, whatever, wouldn't have been if that individual would have been where he was ordered to have been for the rest of his or her life. Don't you think there's something really wrong with our system? And I gotta believe he's not the only governor that makes stupid decisions like that. But hey, he's also the guy that sort of screwed up California. When he was the governor earlier on, what he did was he opened up the checkbook and he provided all these benefits to all of these unions and all of these federal workers and government workers, not federal, the government workers. And that's why California is totally broke. They just don't know it yet. But this isn't about their financial position. This is about having people in power that cause additional crimes by their idiotic decisions. So what do you think? I sort of told you what I think.